Hi, these are the Apple AirPods Max, the new version, the new USB-C version in the color Midnight. And I wanted to just first say that I'm glad I got this color because online they look kind of more black, but in person as I take them out here of the case, they are more of a very dark navy metallic kind of, dark navy, almost black. In certain light, they may look black, but I'm trying to do this video in kind of a natural light here, and you can kind of see that the color is really like a, I don't know, sort of a dark grayish, navy, black, blue, but it's kind of a nice color. I like this color the best out of all the new colors. Some of the other new colors tend to be more sort of a pastel kind of a look, and for lack of a better word, tend to be a little bit more feminine. So this, I think, color is really a nice color. But, it's such a personal choice. I mean, color is such a personal choice. So that's going to really be up to you, but I'm glad I got the Midnight version. And so far, I'm really liking these. The latest sort of news is that these can now do lossless, not wirelessly, but through the USB to 3.5 millimeter cable that you can get from Apple. And that'll just plug right in here. And it'll do the lossless up to 24-bit 48K. So it doesn't do higher res than that, but it is still lossless with low latency, which is kind of nice. In terms of the sound quality of these compared to the prior AirPods Max, the overall sound signature is really about the same. However, with these, I do notice that the noise level when you have the noise cancellation on seems to be less. I seem to hear less of a hiss. In fact, I don't hear hardly any hiss at all. I really have to struggle to hear any hiss. When I have these on and I'm not playing music and I just sort of listen for the hiss, I can hardly hear anything. So that's really a plus with these. And I do kind of think that these have a slightly better sound quality than the old AirPods Max, but it's very close. It's very similar. Certainly compared to something like the AirPods Pro, the current AirPods Pro, these are going to be better because they have a much larger driver. So the bass is a lot more impactful. The sound stage is also larger because they're around your ears, outside of your ears, not in your ears. And of course, for me anyway, these are more comfortable because I don't have something in my ear. I don't really like to have stuff in my ear. I don't like in-ears for that reason. So I like these better. And I think these generally do sound better. I think voices sound clearer and more sort of natural than the AirPods Pro. However, of course, these are heavier and bulkier and bigger to take with you. So when I go on a trip, I will be bringing the AirPods Pro with me. I do have the AirPods Pro, and I will be bringing those with me. But for home usage, I think the AirPods Max right here really, fit the bill nicely. And I much prefer to use these at home. I'm also really enjoying using these for home theater purposes, playing TV shows, on streaming, and also movies where you have, especially like action movies where you have a lot of bass. I mean, these things just really have impactful bass for sure. And also when you're listening to music with a lot of bass, like hip hop or something, these don't disappoint. They sound really pretty good. So that's sort of the comparisons that I can do between the old AirPods Max and also the current AirPods Pro. And then, of course, also just, like the old versions of the AirPods Max, you have the removable ear cups here that just remove with a magnet. So they just pull right off, and you can get replacement one of these, from Apple. You can also get different colors if you want to, kind of like mix up the colors a little bit. So that's a really cool, industrial design. And I think these have a really great industrial design. Leave it to Apple, right, to have some of the best industrial design. They're still a little bit heavy. I don't know if the weight has changed since the prior version of the AirPods Max. So they are a bit heavy and, a little bit uncomfortable to wear for long periods of time, like all day. But I find that I can wear them for at least a couple of hours without, feeling them that much. So that's perfect for like watching a movie or something like that. You kind of get used to them as well. So they're not super uncomfortable. The sort of headband here, the soft portion of the headband here that kind of goes up here with this sort of pad or mesh pad helps a lot. So it's just a good overall industrial design. Same metal ear cups, just a different color. And I'm really happy with them. If you have the old AirPods Max, I'm not really sure that you necessarily need to upgrade to the USB-C version unless you really want to. I mean, I do think it is a worthy upgrade. The sound quality to me does sound better. The fact that they can do lossless is really a plus for audiophiles, like myself. And also, I really like this color, which wasn't available before either. So those are all reasons to upgrade. But if you're pretty happy with your current AirPods Max, then maybe there isn't a reason to upgrade. But that's really a very personal choice. So anyway, this has been my look of the Apple AirPods Max USB-C version. Thanks for watching this video, and I will see you in my next one.